Alrighty, so we were just 4 days away from deer season: Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Today I'm going to be doing some final prep, getting ready for deer season. I got a few things on the list today. First off, let's talk about my Aero setup. So I went to Lancaster Archery yesterday morning, put the bow in. I said, hey, look, having some problems tuning, bear shaft tuning. I think it's me. Just want to go over the bow and make sure that the bow is in sync and everything is all square. The bow, perfect. They checked the timing and the cams and everything. Everything was good. The pro there shot it through paper. And there was a perfect bullet hole, the 200 spine with a 100 grain insert and a 225 grain tip. That's a 690 grain setup. Now the problem is, because we were only 4 days away from deer season, to order more arrows of that spine and that setup, it would take a week, and they wouldn't get here in time for Saturday. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm going to go outside, shoot my old setup, make sure that is tuned in and shooting correctly. And we're gonna have to hunt with that setup. And we might not get around to the heavy arrow stuff until next year or maybe late season. Just not gonna have the time. And I waited way too long to figure out this heavy arrow stuff. So that is a really big bummer. So I'm going to have to go outside. We're gonna take a couple 340s, probably four of them, and make sure that they're shooting accurately. We'll take 4 broadheads with me when I'm hunting. And then a crappy broadhead for groundhogs and a field tip, because you never know. I don't normally carry a full set of broadheads. I'm not hunting out west where I might need 6 shots on an animal, because you only need 1. That is a bit of a bummer. I was really looking forward to shooting some heavy arrow setups, but I do know that the bow will shoot a 200 spine with 225 grains up front and 100 grain insert, so it'd actually be 325 grains. I do know that the bow can shoot that. Frustrating. Super frustrating, but you got to make the best of it. I did shoot a deer last year with my old setup, so I know it can be done, and we'll do it again. So let's go outside. We're going to shoot this, get these arrows dialed in, then we're going to swap broadheads and get ready. I'm just going to start with like 10 yards here, just in case something's messed up, because I did a lot of tweaking with it. So just in case something's messed up, the arrow flies crazy. I don't want it to. The arrow flew pretty straight. I have the rest. Everything is running right down the middle. But I did do some elevation adjustments. And it looks like we might be a little tip low. Like, I think we're at a little bit of a downhill. But at 10 yards, this thing it's driving tags. We are shooting consistently low. I'm gonna tweak the rest a tad bit and just bring it up, because just eyeballing it, it looks like we are at a kind of downhill slant. I think it's why it's shooting a little low. Also, we're making hay today. Making hay. So the good news is the arrows are going in straight. The rest is running right down the middle this way. And if I just get this tweaked just right, that means everything will be in square. The cams are timed correctly. Everything is good on the bow's end. Then we will just kind of maybe adjust the sight. I'll put some new marks on or something. Let's go look at those arrows. So I know this is only 10 yards, but they're all in there tight and pretty straight. The only thing is, this is a bag target. So if an arrow, see this arrow is kind of kicked off and these two are straight. Bag targets are not good representations of how the arrow kind of flies like this, just because there's a lot of inconsistency within the target itself. But I can see through the air that they're flying pretty straight, and they'll do for now. Now I know this is not ideal. This is not how I was expecting this to go, but it is what it is, and you got to make the best of it. I'm gonna basically just resight this bow in. It's not that hard. I know that everything is kind of squared up. The arrow seems to be flying pretty straight. That looked like it was tip low. Ooh. It went where I wanted to, but it flew weird. I'm gonna actually take a slow-mo and watch it and see how the arrow flies. So I took a slow-mo, looked at it, and everything looked good. It might have just been how it hit the target or where it hit. But the arrows, they seem to be flying good. This is the group. They're all in there. They're all in there straight. Again, it's because I think it's a lot just because I'm shooting into a bag target. Really inconsistent readings. That was right where I wanted it. Perfect flight. That one arrow is doing some wonky spin. I might go get that arrow. This is one of the arrows that my brother fletched. Me and my brother did some fletching the other night. And if I line the nock up with the cock feather and look at it, the fletchings are not evenly spaced at all, which is why it's doing this weird flight. So, not gonna shoot that one. I'm gonna put that one away. I don't want to shoot broadheads with that one. This one looks fine. I don't know why that one's weird. I'm gonna shoot, this is the other one that we fletched. Did a 3-color fletch thing. We're gonna shoot this one. Shoot this one. This one looks better than that one, but that explains why that one's flying weird. I was kind of worried because I was like, oh no, the tuning's wrong, but no, the fletching is weird. This might be the best this bow has ever shot. But now look at this, I squared everything up and now this bow is super consistent. So out of the 6 arrows, these 2 are the ones I don't want to shoot. This is the weird fletched one, and this one actually has a little bit of a tear. This one right here is a bent tip, but I'm gonna swap it out. Hopefully these will be my 4 broadhead arrows. These seem to be the best shooting. Put my 20-yard mark, 29 yards, so I'm gonna back up a bit. Be 30 right here. I tell you what, these arrows are flying so good right now. I mean, as frustrated as I am about this whole thing, this is some of the best arrow flight I've had out of this bow in a long time. I've also been working a lot on my grip, making sure that I'm just really putting this one palm on it and really trying not to torque, because I think that's why I couldn't get them to bear shaft tune. So I think maybe in general this group is a tad bit high, so I'm just gonna put it down a little bit. We should be good. 30 yards, it's not an amazing group, but we are dialed. They are shooting really good. The forgiveness is good. I think that's the big thing. If you have a bow and an arrow that's tuned pretty good, they'll fly good. Like, it just flies good. I'm gonna finish tuning this thing. I'm not gonna bother taking you guys along because it's a pretty boring process. I'm gonna finish tuning and sighting it in. We'll head back inside. I got a few more things I gotta do. Am I bummed out that I didn't get to build a heavy arrow setup that I wanted to? Absolutely, really bummed out. And you know, maybe there's a little bit of anxiety just because of the sheer weight difference of the 2 arrow setups that I have, or at least the one that I have and the one I was trying to set up. But it is what it is, and you just have to learn to roll with the punches. In the end, I'm pretty happy how it turned out. I got these things shooting like it was when I bought it. The forgiveness of it, like I could sit there, kind of be hovering and accidentally punch the trigger or flinch, and it would still basically go where I wanted it to. The last 10 months, I have not been able to get it to shoot like that. And I thought it was just something in my form and I was doing bad. But I was able to get that thing shooting good. We're gonna go with the same broadheads we did last year. I got these Rage 2 blades right here. Nothing fancy, nothing crazy. It's a 2-inch cut. I put a pretty big hole in my deer last year, so I know I can do it again. Anyway, we're gonna get these things rigged up here. I'm doing this now before too late because tomorrow I gotta work, and then we got the county fair parade tomorrow. Thursday, county fair. Friday, county fair. Saturday, deer season. And I live for county fairs. Last year we didn't have them because of stupid COVID and the stupid regulations. Try not to get political, but probably know where I stand. Anyway, I love the county fair and I'm not gonna miss it. And then deer season Saturday, so it's gonna be a good week. So we're gonna go with 4 Rage broadheads. I lost one from my deer, and then I shot one at a groundhog last year. Don't know why I did that. That was stupid. Actually, I know why. It's because I dropped my varmint arrow out of the tree stand, and so I saw a groundhog and then I grabbed one of these. Unfortunately, that video never made it to YouTube because I had some technical difficulties and some footage got deleted and I lost everything. Bummed out because it was a pretty funny video. The whole reason I bought these, expandables tend to shoot like field tips just because they're undeployed and then they hit and deploy. Controversy between them, probably. I know there is. It'll kill a deer. I've killed a deer with it. I've seen people kill deer with them. I know they do the job. And like I said, in this situation, this is the best I can do. And then my crappy varmint arrow is gonna be the weird fletched arrow. Take this tip off. Now what I do for these is I shoot an old Muzzy. So these are my first broadheads, Muzzy 100 grain 4 blades. Not to be confused with the MX4. I don't know what the difference is. That's my varmint arrow right there. This is the arrow that does boo. I'm not gonna shoot it at a deer, but if I get a groundhog, boy, I would love to kill a groundhog. I shot at one last year in archery and I've had a couple times where I've been really close. I would love to stick a groundhog. Final thing, nocks. I'm just gonna test all these, make sure they work. Moment of truth, you ready? Look at that, they work. All 4 of them work. That's good, that never happens. Not 100% sure on the technique to put lighted nocks in. I heard from somewhere that you're supposed to put some bowstring wax on. I don't know if that actually helps to make it stick or if that just makes it slipperier. I'm gonna do the next 4 and I'll get back to you. And then I got my broadheads, lighted nocks. Slip these guys in there. Quiver full of arrows, we are ready to go. Pretty good tin bow, some arrows, and we just need a deer. Gotta pack up all my crap here. Mostly broadheads, come in a nice little container, at least the blades do. There, that should be over there, there. Okay. Good. Y'all want a little trick? Take your fishing tackle boxes or like a $5 little tackle thing from Walmart, turn it into your archery box. That's what I did. They work out good. Broadheads, tips, everything. Big brain. Okay. It's the final thing that I gotta do that I know of. For the Lancer Archery, I had to pick up something because, well, my cousin stole this from me. That would be an easy hanger. Zeke, if you're watching, I don't know where my other one is, but if you could give it back to me, that'd be great. Then I will have 2. It was my big 3-1, which is really nice for when you're in it's a straight tree, and you could screw it in and bring your bow all the way around. Really nice. The season starts in 4 days, and he still hasn't given it back to me. So I needed my thing back. Not really, I didn't really get it back. I had to go spend 10, 15 bucks to get a new one. I'm not mad at you, Zeke. I'm just still waiting for you to give it back. Gloves, I do not need these guys yet till gun season. Archery gloves, these guys, I'll take those. It's not gonna be that cold Saturday. I looked at the weather. A low of 65 and a high of 82, so it might be 65 when we go hunting. Cover sense, extra release. Every guy needs an extra release. Evercalm, license, deer pee. Some of the stuff I won't really need till the rut comes around. Now I know I need one more thing. This fella right here. You need this. Bow line, all right. We're golden. We're ready to rock. I will deal with the camera gear Friday morning. We'll get the camera gear, everything ready. Make sure batteries are charged, cards are empty, and we're gonna be ready to rock. This is exciting. So guys, that is it for today's video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, give it a like. If you want to check out my camera gear that I use in the videos or the gear that I'm gonna be using for this upcoming hunting season in 4 days, links in the description, go check them out there. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one.